How to organize taxes for small businesses. Hi, I'm Candice Cane, and I'm a tax advisor here at Robert Hall & Associates. Today we're going to talk about how to organize your taxes for a small business. As always, subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks. Now let's dive in. So you have a small business and you want to get your taxes organized. Where do you start? Well, first, you need to figure out what you can deduct and what we consider income. Then you need to decide what kind of categories you're going to use, and then whether you're going to use software, do it yourself, or hire a professional. So let's start with what kind of things you can deduct for your small business. You're going to have things like your business expenses for running an office. Maybe you need some internet access, maybe a computer. Otherwise, maybe you have some travel and you need your car and vehicle expenses. It all depends on your business. You will have specific things just for your business, but all of those deductions need to be managed. You also need to keep track of your income. It's good to keep track of your income as it comes in, but you can always look back at your bank statements, and you might as well count every deposit as income, because that's what the IRS is going to do. Otherwise, if you have deposits coming in that aren't business income, you need to identify those specifically. Say you put your own cash into your business, you need to make sure that's identified as a contribution to the company that's not taxable income. That way, if there ever was an audit, you'll be set. So you have your income, you have your expenses. Now, a lot of people will keep track of these things in a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet can work well if you don't have too many categories or too many transactions. If you do have a lot of transactions, you may want to use software. There's a lot of bookkeeping software out on the market. Some of them are really easy to use, and some of them you can even set up to use on your phone. You can take a picture of a receipt and it will put everything into the app and keep track of things for you. That way you have a copy of your receipt and you have your categories taken care of and added up. That's a really nice app. There are other softwares that are more in-depth where you can do your billing and other things as well as just keeping track of your transactions for tax purposes. The other way you can do it is to hire somebody. There are really good bookkeepers out there that can keep track of everything for you. They would need your bank statements, your credit card statements, and they'd need to know what you're using those funds for. There's a lot of detail that you might have to provide after the fact to the bookkeeper so they can get those categories in order for you. Then when you're doing your taxes, you're going to want to present your tax preparer with a list of your expenses in categories. Every transaction is a little too much detail for preparing the taxes. So you're going to have different categories like office equipment, office supplies, maybe utilities, maybe internet, cell phone, those sort of things. So you're just going to have a list of the general categories and totals for each of those categories and your total income. And that's what you're going to need to provide to your tax preparer to help you do your small business taxes. Still have questions or want to have a complimentary consultation with one of our consultants here at Robert Hall & Associates? Click the link in the description or visit our website at roberthalltaxes.com. Thank you.